What's going on, fam? We back with another video. Y'all see we got Flock on the screen for this one. We talking about we got Boosie on the Boosie the topic for this one, and he got some type of allegations going on. Now I don't know what allegations, but as soon as I seen Boosie, especially with what he just had going on, as soon as I seen Boosie, the thumbnail with him popping up, I had to click on that and see what's going on. So y'all get y'all grab leaf or whatever y'all need to chill for the video, and let's get into it.
The Boosie allegations are horrifying. Boosie just responded back. Everything is escalating as the minutes go by. What Boosie is currently dealing with, a lot of rich and famous men have also dealt with it. A random woman coming out the woodworks to accuse you of the most heinous crime possible.
I'm ready to tell my story, how I was sodomized and by the rapper that goes by the name of Boosie. This took place when I was 5 years old.
I read that. I was just finna pause it. You talking about it took place when you was 5 years old. That's automatically a lie. Yeah, that's a lie. Why didn't they been... Even if you was young like that, why didn't nobody else come about it? Why didn't you... I don't believe it. No.
He dated my mother back around the 2000s. And he was a very violent person, what I can remember. He was very nice to me in the beginning. And it went about him coming around a few times after the fact. And he started to act like a different person. One night, my mother was asleep. And he came in. And he started to abused me then around that time. I actually can remember I was sleeping. It was midnight. It was dark. I was sleeping in my bed at my grandfather's house, and I can remember him sexually me, and he was on top of me. He was on top.
Anyways, yo, what's the...
Yeah, she lying. She's lying. She's lying. I know my people. Don't ask why. She's lying. She's lying.
Price of tea right now in China, man. Because, yo, cut it out, man. Listen, I have pretty good discernment. There's something very off about this.
Exactly.
It's terrible acting. It's terrible, terrible, terrible acting. Not a tear is dropping. It's crocodile tears.
Exactly.
This all screams clout chasing. I know. A lot of y'all probably going to call me a victim blamer. Now, listen, man, right? When the Talil thing happened, y'all know I was on this channel taking the side of the woman. In this case, yo, anybody who is obviously and clearly trying to make themselves cry like that, bruh, trying to fake their voice, rumbling. Yeah. I mean, hey, cut the malarkey, bruh. Now, she would continue with the story. It sounded more unbelievable as it continued than as it started.
And why do all women, when they want to be believed, they start crying? I don't understand why y'all try to guilt trip men with the cry.
I don't know who bought this. I don't know if a soul is watching this and claiming, "Oh my God, Boosie, you monster." The only people who believe this are the people who already hate Boosie and want something to have on Boosie.
Exactly.
But Boosie will respond back, and let's just say she's in a world of trouble, and she's already trying to hide her tracks.
If you're struggling with depression and not feeling the comfort and peace that you need, I invite you to meet with missionaries like me from the church.
He was on top of me. And I cried. And I kicked and I screamed and I told him to stop. He kept he wouldn't stop.
Right.
And I can remember him whispering in my ear and that I would never have a true love. He would always be my first love. I can remember me biting him, kicking, screaming for him to get off of me. I was having seizures. I can remember this man leaving me on the floor covered in blood. He left my grandfather's house and left me covered in blood, passed me a towel, and told me that I had to clean so I can clean myself. He cleaned himself. He gave me a towel for me to clean myself. And I can remember him leaving the house. I was so tired. I had to crawl to my mother, covered in blood.
He crawled over to her mama in blood. Now, wouldn't your mama, any mama, call the police?
Exactly.
If that's the case, it's not even.
And that's the first reason why I already said she was lying when she said at 5 years old. I knew it was a lie. Like you could have been better at thinking of your lie, because someone as known as Boosie, if you would have crawled over to your mom after he did supposedly what you say he did, and you crawled over to your mom in blood, covered in blood, she's gonna call the police. There's gonna be police reports, and there's gonna be a whole process with that. But nobody, I don't know. I ain't heard nothing about it. Never heard nothing about it within my time being alive. Y'all let me know if y'all heard anything about anything like this with him, but I ain't seen nothing as far as nothing like this. So coming out now about it, all about it, it's obvious you're lying, bro. You're not even, your story not even making sense.
Even like he did it and it was a secret. You're saying he did it so violently, you was having seizures in the middle of it.
Exactly.
And you crawled over to your mama in blood. If mama knows you are somebody who got seizures, if that's true, I feel like mama will call the police instantly, right? Like they will for sure call the police. And if
secondly, if you had halfway of a decent mom, if you was crying and screaming the way you was, wouldn't she come check out and see why her daughter's crying and screaming? Like, I don't know.
His grandpa's house, isn't grandpa
Next
in his
try.
room? Can't you just walk over to grandpa's room and tell grandpa? This just seems so unbelievable that I don't even know why she tried to get this off, bruh. But it backfired badly on her. I think people like her is anticipating that this get big enough to where they get TikTok followers, but it don't get big enough to where the artists see it and is forced to respond back. But in her case, unfortunately for her, Boosie responded back. Boosie was not going for the slander.
No, I don't
Now,
blame him.
Boosie makes it perfectly clear he's not going to let this slide, and he's going to hold her accountable for this lie.
They got this line that and gave me fake accusations saying I raped her when she was 5 years old. And gave me the worst accusation a man could have in the world.
Exactly.
So I'm suing this defamation of character. I just left the lawyer's office. I need her real name. I got $1,000 to anybody who got her real name. I need her brother's real name, her cousin's real name, her mama real name, her grandpa real name. I'm gonna take everything from this. If you know her kids' names, the schools they go to, I won't post them. I'm finna show this bitch that I'm not to be with. You know. I mean, this some crazy shit, you know. Somebody probably paid this girl to do this shit, but whoever paid them, you done. I mean, you done. But I'm suing this girl for defamation of character on my name.
As you should. Someone do that to me, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Anybody, I got
I got
money.
the means.
Anybody got this girl name, I got money. You got where she work at. I'm trying to get this filed to her. This fake crying on the internet. Like, this is a shame. You know, the lengths people go. But yeah, if you trying to make you a quick $5,000 a day.
Clout, I will say one thing, clout is the new drug nowadays, man. Everybody want a piece of it. Like, and they'll do anything to get it. I
need information on this girl. I need her real name, addresses, all that, man. You know. I'm gonna show this ain't to be with. I'm finna You want Joe's bitch? You want play with me? You want play with my name, bitch? I'm gonna show you.
Boosie is about to learn a terrible lesson as to why our society is so effed up. Our society is so effed up because a woman like that has nothing to lose. A woman like that makes minimum wage. A woman like that don't really have a
Shoot, we not even gonna do that. Not even minimum wage. Shit, you got women like that that don't do nothing but just sit on their ass all day. Like,
pot to piss in. Don't really have people who love her. Don't really have an observant amount of money. Don't really have a business you could take from her. And you know how I know that? If she did, she wouldn't be on the internet doing this.
Exactly.
That's
like,
just a fact.
Because she had too much. She wouldn't have no time on her hands to be thinking or to even thinking to attempt something like that. Because why? She got her own money. She got her own motion. She got businesses. She doing her own thing. Like, but anybody with time on their hands is gonna find something to get into. 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna be something positive. So that's
you're about to waste a couple $100,000 in lawyer fees for a woman who works a minimum wage job at Dollar Tree, probably. To take what from her? Like her Dollar Tree check? You can't touch that, I don't think. Right? And you'll probably have to go through like hell. You'll have to go through probably hell to collect on that, and you will never see that money. And somebody like her would probably be like working a minimum wage job there like the rest of their life, man. So now I'm glad he's doing it, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, because for people who don't know, when you want to sue somebody, you can't just say I'm taking you to court and take them to court. It costs money to do get that whole process started up and actually take a person, serve them, and take them to court. It takes money, not a little bit. It takes a lot of it. So, with that being said, that's why a lot of people like to settle out and like to let stuff slide because people don't want to waste all that money on legal fees. Like, just at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, most of the time, you in situations like this, you spend all this money on legal fees and don't even at least win back what you spent. It's pretty much wasting money, so it's like it's not smart.
A couple $100,000 is nothing if that means defending your reputation and proving that you did not do that to a 5-year-old girl. $100,000 is nothing. But he's gonna learn a hard lesson because it's not gonna feel good. It's gonna feel good clearing your name, but it's not gonna feel good pouring a couple $100,000 into this to go after a woman who probably don't got $30 in her bank account. Now, Boosie would make a follow-up video where he would just be super vulnerable and honest about how stressed he is about this entire situation.
Oh, man, bro. I'm going through a lot today, bro. My lawyers really need help, man, so I can file charges on this woman for lying on me, you know. I'm stressed out right now, bro. Like, I'm so stressed out right now, bro. Like, just the lowest of the lowest. Ain't no people stoop this low, man. I mean, this lady done post all this false information about me, bro.
If you got hit, even if you were not driving, you need to try this.
Because if you were in a car...
Man, I need a real name on this lady so my lawyers can handle this the right way, you know?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
That's what I need from my fans, bro. Like, for her to post all this stuff and don't want to post her real name.
If I was Boosie, I'd just leave it alone, bro, because you probably gonna waste money doing all this, bro.
You know, stuff you say on social media, it's follow you forever, and it's the worst of the worst, you know?
That is true.
Just feel like it's a campaign to bring me down, you know? So if you're a fan of me, man, just help me find this lady so I could go the proper way. I could do the right thing and get this lady served.
I feel bro pain, bro. I feel bro pain so much, man.
I do too.
Now, if you know anything about me, you know I dealt with something similar. And a lot of y'all say, Flacco, stop speaking on it. Yo, I dealt with something similar, bro. And it pissed me off, man. Yo, a YouTuber, multiple of them, found paperwork, right?
I'm listening.
With a family member of mine, with the same last name, but a different first name, because obviously, and they used my family member's paperwork to say those were my charges. And
that's some crazy, bro. I would have been hot, bro. I'd have been mad, bro. That's some bro. You gotta think about how much time a nigga got on his hands to sit and try to do all that just to make it look like it's you that. People don't be having nothing to do with their life, bro. That's all that shows, bro. Cause you gotta have X amount of time on your hands to sit and do, bro. That's crazy.
They knew my name wasn't David Jolly. They knew my name was Frederick. They knew this. But they spread that paperwork. They lied on me. And it took me having to come online to show people, look, like, here's my ID. This is not me. Yo, here's the person's mugshot. This is not me. It took me going above and beyond.
That's cold.
And people will see that happen to me and then say, I'm tripping for being mad at those content creators. I'm tripping for being vindictive. I'm tripping.
No, you're not tripping at all.
For being pissed off at content creators who deliberately lied, knowing that was not my paperwork, knowing I don't have felonies, knowing I've not been in prison. They know this. I'm as squeaky clean as it can get.
Exactly.
Right? As squeaky clean as it can get. They know this. I've never had no weird stuff in my past, no weird stuff with no woman in my past, but they lied deliberately for content. Right?
Like I said, content is the new drug, man. That's
Boosie is
crazy.
going through. Trust me, bro. When they put up those videos lying on me deliberately, bro, I wanted to. Yo, that's the only time I ever considered, yo, F this YouTube stuff, yo, F this content stuff, yo. Where you at, homie? Where you at? Yo, I'm late. Where you at? That's the only time in my mind I thought, all right, bro, let me go get you. Listen, man.
That'd have been a valid crash out. Valid crash out.
I'll do 100 years comfortably. I'll do 100 years comfortably knowing them niggas knew they couldn't play like that with me, man. So I understand where Boosie is coming from. It's not cool to put those type of charges on another man. I don't care if you hate that man. I don't care if you think Boosie is the worst person ever. To put those charges on Boosie, knowing it's not true, it's
not even just Boosie, bro. Just to put those charges on any man, any black man, to put those charges on any black man, especially when they didn't do it, we already get enough hate as is. That's a cold one. That's a tough pill to swallow. I can't even lie. That's crazy, man.
Now, the only reason I'm covering this is because I believe she's a liar, and
she's
I
obviously
believe that
lying.
Boosie response, is the right way to handle these things, right? Like the purpose of this video is to highlight Boosie's response.
I need help, bro. I need a private investigator, man. I'll pay whoever, man. I need help, bro. I need help, man. If anybody could find a real name and address on this lady so I could get her sued for defamation,
I feel him 100%. It's messing with his whole week.
I love y'all. I know somebody. They got a private investigator in Louisiana to help me. I need help. I'm stressing myself out in this DM trying to see if this a real person, this a real person, this ain't. I'm stressed out. I ain't even ate nothing and my sugar done jumped to 550, bro.
Damn.
I need help.
Tasha K expressed her interest in interviewing the woman, so Boosie quickly commented under the post and says, "I'm gonna sue you too, bitch. You better look at that video and read between the lines." Tasha K responded, "Boosie, don't threaten me, but we will do our due diligence. I hope you didn't touch that girl." I don't think Tasha K would interview the woman if in her heart she believes the woman is lying. I do think Tasha K would probably bring her in and interrogate her and expose her on the spot, as Tasha K has done with numerous people. Tasha K has brought in several people, sat down with them, and exposed them to their faces, all right?
Yeah.
A la Mika. So let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe this lady is telling the truth?
Man, Shorty, that's the video, y'all. Shorty obviously lying. That fake cry and the age and the way the story was explained, her story don't even make sense. She should have rehearsed that a couple more times before she came on the social media with her story. It's a lot of things going on with that. But as far as Boosie go, man, I hope he get this situated. I hope he get everything figured out so he can take the legal procedures he want to do. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it, man. Other than that, I'm gone, man. Y'all be safe, stay out the way, and I'm gonna get at y'all on the next one.